Good morning, friends. It is, I would say, indeed a great privilege to be the opening batsman post lockdown. And I am happy to be amongst all of you on this Sunday morning, 9 a.m. And that was on a topic of standards on audit. Normally हम लोग नॉर्मल दिन में नॉर्मल टाइम में भी स्टैंडर्ड्स ऑन ऑडिट के लिए थोड़ा we shy away, and on a Sunday morning to have all of you, it's really a great pleasure. I would thank my very good friend Manish Bhai, Seema Madam, Krishna Kumar ji, Chintan Bhai, Nidhi Madam for this opportunity. Friends, I would come straight to the topic. Those who are there virtually, Zoom page, if you find any difficulty in either the viewing of the screen or in fact even viewing me, please let me know and we can course correct. It is the first time that we are doing physical come virtual, so there are bound to be some difficulties or challenges. Friends, standard on audit is one area where the maximum responsibility lies on us as practicing chartered accountants, and where we spend all our professionals, I can be very candid about it, that where we spend the minimum of time. We have the maximum responsibility and we spend the minimum of time. So I think it is now the time that we should try to correct, we should try to balance. And that is where when I got the call from Manish Bhai, I said, let us start with standards on audit. अभी थोड़ा relaxed period है सबके लिए professionally. 15th, I know we have the deadline tomorrow to file the tax returns, and after that maybe a bit relaxed, and we can definitely try to implement some of the practices that are expected of us as chartered accountants under the standards on audit. Friends, क्या होता है that we spend a lot of time when we do the number crunching as far as the financial statement for clients are concerned, क्योंकि उसमें हम लोग देखते हैं कि client के लिए what is beneficial, मतलब when he is going for a borrowing या उनके लिए कोई पे tendering करना है या from a income tax perspective, the presentation disclosures, we spend a lot of time. I am not saying उसमें कुछ गलत है, that is correct, because that is what the stakeholders also expect from us, that when we give an opinion, we ensure that the presentation disclosures, the accounting policies are all in line with the technical requirements. But in that whole process क्या होता है that as it is, we are running in the last minute, ensuring कि भाई सभी कुछ sign off हो जाए, upload हो जाए. And in the whole process, what happens is that we give a miss to what is required from our side, because standards on audit is a responsibility that is on us only. And that is where I feel that we should try and improve. And so today what I would be going through, in fact, I was privileged to be part of the study circle on 31st of May last year when we had a session on do's and don'ts in company audits. And I got a very good feedback, and I got a lot of messages. Seema Madam, Chintan Bhai were also after me कि विशाल भाई आपके वो Excel sheets वगैरह जो है वो kindly share करिए. And then looking into the feedback that I got, Manish Bhai से भी discuss किया, and we thought it appropriate that why share it only with JB Nagar Study Circle. They should not be the only privileged to use it, and therefore all these worksheets we have put up on the WRC website. So I would request members के kindly उसको download करें, use करें. I have given the name also of the concerned person in my office whom you can contact. उसका email ID है हर एक फाइल में, तो आप उसको contact भी कर सकते हैं. कहीं पे भी आपको कोई भी difficulty हो, cash flow है, deferred tax है. In fact, we have put up more of these Excel files than what we had shared in that presentation. So, and today also I would be, that is my normal practice, my habit, that we do a lot of sharing and learning, which helps members. So when we come to the standards on audit, friends, Why I have taken this extract of our audit report? हम लोग सब कुछ साइन ऑफ करते हैं, लास्ट ईयर का ऑडिट रिपोर्ट कॉपी पेस्ट करते हैं, 2019 का 2020 फाइन रिप्लेस करके वी टेक अ प्रिंट आउट, यूडिन लगा के अपलोड कर देते हैं. बट ऑनेस्टली अभी ऑडिट रिपोर्ट भी इतना बड़ा हो गया है दैट वी हैव, आई वुड से मेजॉरिटी ऑफ वुड नॉट हैव एक्चुअली गॉन थ्रू व्हाट वी आर एक्चुअली सर्टिफाइंग. हम लोग को ट्रू एंड फेयर व्यू ओपिनियन देखते हैं, P&L, बैलेंस शीट, स्टेटमेंट ऑफ अफेयर्स वगैरह, कैश फ्लो देख के छोड़ देते हैं. सो दैट इज व्हाई आई पुट अप दैट सी एज एन ऑडिटर, in the basis of opinion paragraph itself, we are starting basis of opinion paragraph itself, we are saying that we have conducted our audit in accordance with the standards on audit specified under 143(10) of the Companies Act 2013. As an auditor मैं ये certify कर रहा हूँ. Now let us say हम लोग अगर कोई client की जब audit करते हैं, if they make such a statement, तो हम लोग क्या करते हैं as an auditor? हम लोग बोलते हैं भाई evidence दिखाओ, आपका ये परचेज है तो परचेज ऑर्डर दिखाओ, गुड्स रिसीट नोट, मटेरियल आया है कि नहीं ये दिखाइए आप सपोर्टिंग में. एंड वी डू अ लॉट ऑफ इंक्वायरीज व्हिच वी कंडक्ट एज पार्ट ऑफ आवर ऑडिट. नाउ लेट अस से आई कम टू योर ऑफिस एज अ पीयर रिव्यूअर, एज अ व्हाटएवर, और मैं एक आपकी ऑडिट फाइल उठाता हूं और मैं आपको पूछता हूं कि आपने ये स्टेटमेंट दिया है ओपिनियन में दैट यू हैव कंडक्टेड योर ऑडिट एज पर द स्टैंडर्ड्स ऑन ऑडिट, तो प्लीज मेरे को दिखाइए क्या है आपके पास where you can prove, you can justify this as a statement which you have given, you have started your opinion paragraph basis this statement. तो आप क्या दिखाएंगे मेरे को? So this is where I feel that we need to do some introspection. And I am not saying कि भाई अगर होता है तो बहुत बढ़िया है कि we invest in softwares and we do some documentation like the Big Four and all those, so what time consuming and all those things. I know that small and medium practitioners के क्या क्या challenges रहते हैं. So today we are going to discuss some of the very basic documentation which you can start at the first level. Once you put that as part of your routine normal practice, आपके ऑफिस के SOPs बन जाते हैं, then you can go to the next level and add more documentation and processes in your office. So that is what would be my role today, where I would say that ये basic है जो हम लोग कर सकते हैं. So friends, these are the standards on audit. They have been put into different buckets. We all know that our institute is part of the IASB, International Accounting Standards Board, and the Auditing Assurance Standards Board, and therefore whatever are the international practices that we are adopting, I would say converging with the Indian requirements. So these are the standards, these are the different buckets, and कोई टेंशन नहीं ऐसा लेने का है कि 100 to 199 तो उसमें हम लोग को 200 स्टैंडर्ड पढ़ने पड़ेंगे, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. दे आर ब्रॉड बकेट्स, उसमें जैसे फर्स्ट वाला जो है उसमें तो कोई स्टैंडर्ड ही नहीं है, यू कैन बी हैप्पी अबाउट इट. सो दिस इज जस्ट द ब्रॉड thing that how the whole standards on audit, when you read them, how they are placed and how the flow is. So we'll start with the first set. जैसे मैंने कहा first set introductory का कोई standard अभी नहीं है. We'll go to the next set of standards. Again, I will not go through each and every standard. I will not go through the technical requirement of each and every standard because all of us are chartered accountants. तो जिसको जो भी करना है वो definitely office या जाके they can go through the actual technical material. My role over here would be to help members in having proper implementation of these standards on audit. So if we look at what are the overall objectives with respect to the auditor, we already had a glimpse at the audit report where we are making a statement that we have done all the complied with all these standards on audit. So the basic objective is to obtain reasonable assurance that the financial statements are free from material misstatements, whether due to fraud or error. So it's not just only fraud or error, and by which then as an auditor we are able to express an opinion. We are able to give our opinion that they are prepared in all respects in accordance with the financial reporting framework that is applicable. So this is what is the primary objective of these standards on auditing. And to report on the financial statements and communicate as required by the standards on audit. So this is what is the background, the overall objectives. The standards on audit, now what does it say? that we, as an auditor, we have to comply with all the standards of audit that are relevant to the audit. So that is the first requirement, that we have to comply with all these standards. And therefore, it is assumed that we should have an understanding of the entire text of the standards on audit. Manish bhai, what I would suggest over here, that maybe as part of the JB Nagar study circle itself, you can have smaller groups. See, standards on audit is something which you would definitely find few people who would be interested in. So within the study circle, you can have smaller groups of members who can meet maybe once every fortnight for 2-3 hours, take up 1 or 2 standards on audit, discuss that, develop templates, which can be in turn be circulated to all the members. So, that would in turn help, and those who are really interested, they can take the lead in helping and hands-holding with everybody else. So this is my recommendation, because otherwise standards on audit is a very dry subject, to be very honest. So, Ji.
Was pioneer in forming a study group within the study circle.
Very good.
So we have this practice for the last 8 to 10 years. Continuously we are holding a good discussion on different topics and coming out with such material. But since this year, in lockdown, it was not permissible. And study group totally were also aware that totally it was planned.
True.
Not permissible to have this year. Last year we were doing this. And we are submitting all the research material every month to WIS.
Fair enough. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. So we have to comply with all the standards on audit that we know, and therefore we should have an understanding of the full text of the standards on audit. As an auditor, we cannot represent compliance with the standard unless we, as an auditor, have complied with all the requirements of the standard. So that is where I was coming from, that हम लोग opinion paragraph में देते हैं confirmation, but whether there is a supporting evidence for that confirmation. And then we have to comply, provided that standard on audit is not applicable to that entity, or there are certain relevant portions which are not applicable. That is the only exemption that is available for us. So to start with, the engagement letter. I remember last time also I had hinted on this. I had shared a couple of templates on the engagement letter, and I would still repeat it today, that this is the very basic, fundamental first document that all of us should have. And when I talk of audits, friends, it does not mean only the statutory audit. It also means tax audits. So there should be an engagement letter for tax audits as well as for the company audits. Whatever audits that you are doing, there must be an engagement letter, because this is, like I would say, a contract between the auditor and the auditee, and we very nicely fix the responsibility with respect to the auditee कि भाई client को क्या क्या करना है, कि policies वगैरह जो है, financial statements बनाना है, internal controls जो है, all that is their responsibility. Also that they would give us full access to the books of account. They would also give us access to different people in their organization with whom we need to have inquiries, with whom we need to interact. So all those is part of the engagement letter. So typically हम लोग जैसा बोलते हैं कि it is a contract between the two parties. वैसे ही we don't have a formal contract for an audit, but the engagement letter becomes a contract which is signed by the auditor as well as the auditee. Even our deliverables कि हम लोग standards on audit के हिसाब से audit करेंगे. We will express our opinion on the true and fair on the financial statements. Even that forms part of the engagement letter, and therefore it is the basic document, and I feel all of us must have that. एक जगह पे मैं presentation कर रहा था, तो a member asked that विशाल भाई इतने सारे audits करते हैं, अभी ये कौन हर साल बनाएगा? Engagement letter. So let me make it very, very clear that an engagement letter is not required to be prepared every year for every client. The standards on audit 210 itself mentions that in case where it is a recurring audit, then you need not prepare the engagement letter again the next year. It is only required in a few circumstances which are there on your screen. के समझिए management change हुआ है या regulation change हुआ है. Regulation change, I'll give a very simple example that if I talk of company audits, then this certificate with respect to internal financial reporting was introduced a few years back. उसके पहले वो नहीं था. So if that happens, then I will have to change the engagement letter for all those clients where IFCFR reporting is required. Let us say CARO 2020 would get implemented. So I might have the earlier engagement letters which I have mentioned, CARO 2016. So if I feel if that CARO 2016 is sacrosanct and it does not make provision of any substitute thereof, then I would need to again have a fresh engagement letter which would mention about CARO 2020. So these are the situations where the engagement letter is required to be updated even in case of a recurring audit. Otherwise, it is not. One more thing I can say is that normally there is a tendency to mention the fees in the engagement letter. I know हमारी fees हर साल revise तो होती नहीं है, but as a matter of practice, अगर हर साल होती है, every 2 years होती है, so once you mention the fees in the engagement letter, then what happens is that you will have to revise the engagement letter every time the fees undergoes a revision. So over there also, I would suggest that you can put that fees as may be mutually agreed upon. So fees revision, which is a normal activity in our case, upon fees revision, you did not have a fresh engagement letter executed. You can have a separate annexure or an addendum or a proposal which is signed by the client with respect to understanding of the new fees that would be there. So this is the requirement of an engagement letter. So I would request friends, please keep a target कि 28 फरवरी तक आप सभी clients के engagement letter के templates you will give to your office people. अभी तो I think Mumbai is also back to normal with local trains and everything. वो तो पहले भी था ही, but even otherwise. And you can have the clients list, you can have the template, you can ask your office person कि भाई ये डाल के आप engagement letter सारे for March 21 audits, you start preparing, send it to client, sign it and keep it in your permanent file. So when we talk of standards on audit implementation by SMPs, this becomes the very first document which we all should have in our files, that is the engagement letter. SA 220, and that is what we are all here for, that the standard itself says that the leadership qualities, the leadership responsibilities with respect to quality. So it is a top-down approach. हम लोग जब बोलते हैं कि भाई as a leader, I have to practice what I preach, something like that. That when I am quality conscious, then definitely that would get percolated down to my team, to my office, to everybody, even to my clients also. And they know कि भाई ये जो audit firm है, they are very strict with respect to documentation and all those things. So first year there would always be challenges, and I appreciate that. But that does not mean that we would not start, which is very important. So at the top, right at the helm of affairs, as partners, as proprietors, we have to take the responsibility as leaders about the quality aspects within our firm. Everybody has to be made conscious of that. And even like a new employee joining in or a new article student joining he is aware, because of the practices that we imbibe in our audit department, in our audit culture, that person knows कि भाई ये firm में ये तो मेरे को करना ही है. Others themselves would start telling कि भाई ये document बनाया, ये किया, all those things. So those are the things that for quality it has to percolate right from the top. Ethical requirements, integrity, objectivity, professional competence, due care, confidentiality, and professional behavior. This is very much imbibed in our code of ethics. And I would not dwell upon in much detail at this point in time on the ethical requirements, but yes, that is a requirement we all know, we all follow, we all practice. Audit documentation. If you have not documented, means you have not done it. Very simple. When we talk of leadership responsibilities, I think हमारे सभी के offices में ये एक picture बना के आप भेज दीजिए सबको लगाने के लिए कि documentation is must. हम लोग बहुत बार क्या होता है कि हमारे कलीग्स, ऑडिट मैनेजर्स या जो भी है वो ऑडिट के लिए जाते हैं, वो क्वेश्चंस पूछते हैं, तो जो क्वेरी शीट होती है उसमें सारे क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, बी इट इन सॉफ्ट कॉपी और हार्ड कॉपी, बट उसके रिस्पॉन्सेज नहीं होते हैं, वो सब यहाँ पे होता है। अभी वो छोड़ के बंदा चला जाता है तो उसके साथ सब लेके जाता है, बराबर है ना, सबके ऑफिस में होता है। सो देयर इज नो नथिंग टू फील शाई ऑफ, वी आर ऑल हियर एज फ्रेंड्स। फ्रेंड्स, यू मस्ट रीड दी नाफ्रा ऑर्डर विच केम, अभी जो ये डेलॉइट वाला जो आया था, द नाफ्रा व्हाट दे हैव सेड, यू नो व्हेन डेलॉइट वाज आस्किंग कि भाई ये लॉकडाउन है, हमको टाइम दीजिए कि हम लोग आके एक्सप्लेन करें एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स। If you read that, NAFRA is very clearly mentioned that your standards on audit requires that the audit file should be a self-speaking file. So why should we need you to explain to us? And that is the expectation from the standards on audit. And that is the expectation that NAFRA, so you should read that paragraph in their order where they have mentioned कि भाई आपके audit file से ही सब कुछ पता चल जाना चाहिए. We should not have any personal interaction with respect to you. So that is the extent of documentation. I appreciate SMPs के लिए अभी वो level पे आना is difficult, but that is where we have to reach. So please ensure that you standardize. See, one thing that we find in a majority of the offices, I'm mentioning SMP especially, is that there is no standardization of formats. जो भी बंदा आता है ऑडिट करता है तो वो इफ यू आर हैविंग क्लाइंट ऑन टैली तो अपने हिसाब से सब एक्सपोर्ट करता है डेटा, एंड ही वुड राइट क्वेरी, कोई साइड में लिखेगा, कोई अलग पीस ऑफ पेपर में लिखेगा, कोई अलग शीट या अलग वर्ड फाइल बना के करेगा, तो एक्सेल फाइल अलग है उसमें है. सो यू नो एवरीबडी डज एज पर देयर कंफर्ट, देयर अंडरस्टैंडिंग. And I feel that is where we need to begin, is first is to standardize certain documentation in our office or the way in which we are going to do it. See, file numbering, I believe, is pretty standard in all the offices. That numbering system is very, very standard. But what happens? We don't have a separate audit file. अगर कोई client है जिसका हम लोग audit भी करते हैं, return filing भी करते हैं, GST भी करते हैं, तो सब कुछ मिला के एक ही फाइल में होता है. एंड वी गिव दैट फाइल 2019-20 एंड एवरीथिंग रिलेटेड. कभी कभी तो उसके डायरेक्टर्स के पर्सनल टैक्स रिटर्न्स और पेपर्स भी उसी में होते हैं. सो फर्स्ट थिंग वी नीड टू डिसिप्लिन आवरसेल्व्स इज एज फार एज ऑडिट इज कंसर्न, बिकॉज इट इज an assurance function expressing an opinion. We should have all the documents, everything related to that separately. आप सॉफ्ट में रखे, हार्ड में रखे, कुछ भी रखे, बट उसकी फाइल शुड बी सेपरेट एंड नॉट मिक्स्ड विथ ऑल द अदर सर्विसेज. दैट इज वन थिंग. सेकेंड थिंग इज दैट वी सेड द फर्स्ट डॉक्यूमेंट इज द एंगेजमेंट लेटर दैट वी नीड टू स्टार्ट. डेफिनेटली अपॉइंटमेंट लेटर आता है और हमारे साइड से स्टैंडर्ड्स ऑन ऑडिट में एंगेजमेंट लेटर आता है. The next thing that the standards typically require is what is your audit planning. How many of us actually document an audit plan? Very few of us, right? So here I will share a format. Yeah, those on Zoom, I think so it would be visible. A PDF file. Can anybody comment? Anyways.
Yes,
so,
it's visible.
Okay, thanks. Yeah. So see, this is an audit plan, a template. So again, I'm on the basic documentation with SMPs. क्या आप किसी टीम को भेजते हैं? See, normally what happens that we are so hard pressed for time. ऑफिस में देखते हैं, अरे कौन फ्री है, ये 2 जन फ्री है, जो इसका फोन आ गया ऑडिट चालू कर दे. करेक्ट. वी हैव टू एंश्योर. उसमें क्या होता है दैट सिंस दैट पर्सन डज नॉट नो द क्लाइंट, ही मे नॉट बी नोइंग द बिजनेस, वो अभी नया ही ज्वाइन हुआ है, वो जाके अपना कुछ भी चालू कर देगा और हम लोग को लगता है ऑडिट स्टार्ट हो गया है. आई डोंट से दैट स्टार्ट नहीं हुआ है, बट व्हाट इज द इफेक्टिवनेस ऑफ सच एन ऑडिट? Is it effective enough? वो जाके कोई भी डे बुक डाउनलोड करेगा, वाउचिंग स्टार्ट कर देगा. वो 3 दिन बाद हम लोग पूछेंगे तो क्या हुआ है, बैंक वाउचिंग, कैश वाउचिंग सर कंप्लीट हो गया है. बट वेदर दैट मच टाइम वाज रिक्वायर्ड इन दिस क्लाइंट, Who would assess that? So this audit plan template is something which everybody should follow, and which I'm sharing what we follow in our office, that before the audit starts, this is the template that is prepared. For that period, comments on who is the audit coordinator, audit team, total days planned for the audit, total mandate, scope of work. अगर आप देखेंगे तो ओपनिंग बैलेंस वेरिफिकेशन वो कब करेगा, टीम मेंबर कौन करेगा, and whether there are any remarks that I need to put for his or her information. Similarly, cash book hai, bank book hai, sales. So these are all the vouchings. Then you have the ledger scrutiny, statutory payments, finalization activities, right? So what happens? You can just imagine a situation where a client calls you and says, my books of accounts are ready for audit. So now you pick up two people, tab tak theek hai. And then you can say that you please prepare an audit plan. आप last year की file देखिए for 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever time that can be had. You please check last year's files. You see कि अभी कितना volume है, क्या है, and you prepare an audit plan, and you get it signed off by me. So अगर आप नीचे देखेंगे, तो there is a signature of the proprietor or partner. So what happens when he comes? कि भाई मैं 3 दिन cash vouching करूँगा. Then you can check, which will come to later. I discussed that earlier. Materiality. कि भाई तू कैश वाउचिंग करेगा तो कैसे सैम्पलिंग करेगा, तो कितना दिन करेगा, कैसे करेगा, एंड देन यू कैन पुट इन द रिमार्क्स दैट कैश वाउचर्स अबव 5,000 रुपीज और बैंक वाउचर्स अबाउट अ पर्टिकुलर डेट. जर्नल्स ऑल्सो मेनी टाइम्स क्या होता है, टैली में स्पेशली आई हैव सीन व्हेन वी टॉक ऑफ जर्नल, उसमें परचेज भी आ जाता है, एक्सपेंस भी आ जाता है और एक्चुअल जेवी भी आ जाती है, राइट? हम लोग जब सीए का पढ़ते थे तब they were purchase registers, expense registers, and journal means a pure journal, where we do rectification entries and non-cash items and all those things. But when we talk of a journal, तो वो पूरा आ जाता है. So typically in an audit plan, a journal has to be done 100%, because that is an entry which is not part of the normal accounting flow, and they are passed separately, and therefore they should be done 100%. बट जैसे ही हम लोग ये जर्नल में 100% लिखेंगे तो वो बंदा परचेज वाउचर, एक्सपेंस वाउचर सब कुछ करके 100% करेगा, तो वो एक हफ्ते तक वही करता रहेगा. Whereas typically a journal vouching, what we mean would mean take maybe 1 or 2 days only. So all that should be put part of remarks, and you should spend 10-15 minutes, half an hour with that audit team with this audit plan. And you can make changes कि भाई इसमें 2 दिन हुए, 3 दिन हुए, कितना हुआ है, इतना टाइम ही लगना चाहिए, लास्ट टाइम कितना हुआ था. See, all those things you can discuss, and even the team would feel कि नहीं, कोई मॉनिटर करने वाला है इसको. So this serves both the requirements, I would say. One, your audit documentation, something which is very basic with respect to an audit plan, and second, bringing out the efficiency of the audit team for that particular audit assignment. So this is with respect to an audit plan, and उसके साथ ही I will show which is an audit progress report, APR. तो अभी audit plan हो गया, sign off हो गया, team has started auditing. वो क्लाइंट साइट पे जाते हैं. अभी हमारे ऑफिस में करते हैं तो फिर भी हमारा थोड़ा मॉनिटरिंग रहता है कि कौन क्या कर रहा है, कितना टाइम वेस्ट हो रहा है, एंड मोबाइल में कितना टाइम जा रहा है वगैरह वगैरह. बट व्हेन इट इज एट ऑफ साइट, मतलब क्लाइंट के प्लेस पे जब होता है तो आउट ऑफ साइट इज आउट ऑफ माइंड. कभी कभी तो याद भी नहीं रहता कि वो ऑडिट मैंने चालू करवा दिया है. वी आवरसेल्व्स आर अंडर सो मच ऑफ प्रेशर इन द लास्ट 1 month और सो कि वो आउट ऑफ साइट इज आउट ऑफ माइंड, और फिर हम लोग 10-15 दिन बाद पूछते हैं तो पता चलता है कि द प्रोग्रेस इज नॉट on expected lines. So that is where this audit progress report comes handy. So what happens that each team member would fill up कि आज मैंने ये इतना किया है. So उससे अपने को ये भी पता चलता है how much support the client is giving. समझिए, वो client के accountant is a part-time accountant. See, I'm sharing some of the things which I have typically found with SMPs. कि वो part-time accountant है तो हमारा vouching हो गया, but query solve करने के लिए कोई आता नहीं है वहाँ पे, बिकॉज वो अकाउंटेंट पार्ट टाइम में बोलता है वो तो सैटरडे ही आएगा, और मेरा वाउचिंग या जो भी है समझिए वेडनेसडे थर्सडे कंप्लीट हो गया. सो व्हाट डू आई डू ऑन अ फ्राइडे? सो इन द ऑडिट प्रोग्रेस रिपोर्ट ऑटोमेटिकली थिंग्स स्टार्ट गेटिंग फ्लैश्ड, इट गेट्स रिफ्लेक्टेड. सेकंड थिंग इज कि हमारे साइड से भी होता है, हमारी टीम कोई छुट्टी पे चला गया है, किसी ने हाफ डे लिया है, हमको फोन नहीं किया है, तो एवरीथिंग कम्स अप इन द ऑडिट प्रोग्रेस रिपोर्ट. एंड व्हेन यू सी, इट्स लाइक एन इंटरनल कंट्रोल विद इन आवर ऑफिस दैट यू डू हैव एन ऑडिट प्लान, you have a audit progress report. अगर आप दोनों का कंपैरिजन करेंगे तो आपको पता चलेगा कहाँ पे डिविएशन है. So was the audit plan incorrect, or is there inefficiency when we look at the audit progress report? So these are the two very, very basic and important documents which I believe all SMPs can start with. This is a matter of habit, a matter of practice. I know सबके ऑफिसेज में आप अगर ये स्टार्ट करेंगे तो देयर वुड बी, अरे क्या हुआ, अचानक आज तक तो किया नहीं है. यू नो मेनी टाइम्स वो क्लाइंट भी बोलते हैं आज तक तो ऐसा हुआ नहीं है. हम लोग को बोलना पड़ता है भाई लॉ चेंज हुआ है इसलिए हम लोग ये कर रहे हैं. दैट वुड हैपन व्हेन कारो 2020 would come. But when we talk within in our office also this might come. So आज तक तो ये हम लोग किया नहीं है, but yes, you have to put your foot down. Like I said, leadership responsibility. We have to do it. Let's start. If you have a large number of audits, see, I principally believe that you can start 100%, but if you feel that there is a resistance, थोड़ा time लगेगा, हम लोग को भी सीखना है, implement करना है, you can start with the top 40 or 50 audits, or top 25%, 30% of your clients, which are high in volume, high in value, maybe high in fees, whatever it might be. You can start phase 1 with that. And then from next year you can say कि चलो ये 25-30% हो गए comfortable, उसका चालू रखते हैं, we add another 25-30% in the subsequent year. So this is how I would request each one of you to please start implementing the audit plan and audit progress report. So this is what it says, that the audit documentation, it helps to plan and perform, to direct, supervise, discharge your responsibilities. Engagement team to be made accountable for its work. Like I said, वो लोग अगर time plan के हिसाब से काम नहीं हो रहा है तो क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? Retaining a record of matters of continuing significance and enabling external inspections. Peer review आता है, कुछ भी आता है, तो अगर ये आपका audit plan, audit progress report कुछ file में है, the reviewer would also feel comfortable that no, as a firm, you are diligently following whatever are the requirements of the standards on auditing. Continuing with the audit documentation. Timely preparation is one thing, a very important thing. Audit program, analysis, summaries of significant matters. See, ये सब documentation में, like I was mentioning earlier, कि अगर आप last year की file इस साल के audit के लिए, if you are asking your team to use, if you have all these documented, you will have to invest very less time of yours. If you have said कि भाई, see what many times क्या होता है, हम लोग जब audit करते हैं तो हम लोग client को बोलते हैं we talk about system improvements, या कोई accounting entry का है, कोई TDS के लिए. I'll give a very basic example कि भाई वो purchase या expense booking अलग entry से करता है और TDS deduction का अलग entry होता है. And then it becomes difficult for us to correlate for tax purposes or for value addition कि भाई ये properly submit TDS deduction हुआ है कि नहीं हुआ है. So we might have suggested कि भाई आप एक ही entry डालो और उसी में TDS deduction करके net का आप creditor में ले जाओ. So their client बोलते हैं हाँ विशाल भाई very good idea, but we will, अभी आधा साल निकल गया है, so we will start from 1st October or 1st January या whatever. Fine, you agree कि हाँ ठीक है, अभी इतना कौन backlog फिर से उनसे करवाएगा. Please note it in a document in that year's audit file कि ये जो query था, client has agreed that they will implement from 1st January. Next year जो भी audit team में जाता है, see normally क्या होता है, वो next time audit team में जाते हैं तो वो query लिखते हैं कि भाई आपने 1st January से accounting system पूरा change कर दिया है. And then what the client says, last year ही तो decide हुआ था, विशाल भाई के presence में decide हुआ था, we both agreed, तो why are, और हम लोग को ही सीधा मेरे को ही phone करते हैं, विशाल भाई ये audit team ये queries हम लोग ने decide किया, तो फिर ये ऐसे queries क्यों आती है? See, they are also frustrated every time नई team जाती है, so they feel that we should train our team when they go there, उनका time minimum जाए. So that is where I feel that such documentation अगर आप separately अगर file में रखते हैं, आप इस साल की टीम को बोलेंगे कि भाई तू पहले ये पढ़ ले पूरा, what all were the pending points, the action points for the subsequent year. Two things, you don't raise queries which we have decided last year and the client has agreed to implement. And second thing, you check whether it has been implemented or not. मैंने डिस्कशन किया, अभी लास्ट टाइम वो ऑडिट वाला बंदा इस साल नहीं होगा तो उसको तो पता ही नहीं है ये पॉइंट डिस्कस हुआ था. एंड इफ द क्लाइंट और हिज अकाउंटेंट ही हैज डिसाइडेड नॉट टू इम्प्लीमेंट, he will not implement and it will go away as it is, and we would not remember at the last minute पूछने का कि ये किया है कि नहीं किया, क्योंकि हम लोग इतने सारे क्लाइंट्स का कितना सब याद रखते हैं. So that is why this summaries of significant matters becomes important. MRL, we'll come to that. Correspondence concerning significant matters, email भी होता है तो उसका प्रिंट आउट लेके आप रखिए फाइल पे, डॉक्यूमेंट पे, and put it there. Assembly of final audit file. कितने ट्रायल बैलेंसेस होंगे फाइल में, कितनी बैलेंस शीट्स होगी अनसाइंड, कितने टैली बैकअप्स होंगे, करेक्ट. सो देयर इज नो हार्म इन दैट. बट जैसे दिवाली की साफ सफाई करते हैं ना घर पे, कि वो कचरा वचरा सब निकालो, जो अनवांटेड थिंग्स निकालो, सिमिलरली वी नीड टू डू दिस with respect to our audit files to ensure that one, we have the final version. See what happens when we talk of SMEs with SMPs, depreciation की working और entry हम लोग डालते हैं. Provision for tax and deferred tax. Then remuneration to partners, because that is dependent on all the variables, right? Audit fees, उसके related TDS जो भी है. तो वो सब क्या होता है, लास्ट मिनट एक्सेल में फटाफट वर्किंग कर दिया, प्रिंट, रिटर्न फाइल. इस बार तो डिले हुआ, बट वो दिवाली हॉलीडेज एंड यू फॉरगेट एवरीथिंग, देन यू गेट इनटू योर रूटीन अदर थिंग्स. ये ऐसे ही पड़ा है सब. नाउ यू व्हाट हैपेंस, पढ़ा है ठीक है, नेक्स्ट ईयर जब आप जाते हैं एज अ ऑडिट प्रोसेस, फर्स्ट थिंग वी डू और आस्क आवर टीम टू डू इज ओपनिंग बैलेंस वेरिफिकेशन. तो कितने ओपनिंग बैलेंसेस वेरीफाई होंगे क्लाइंट्स में? हाउ मेनी क्लाइंट्स? वेरी फ्यू. और क्या होगा, वो हमारी टीम क्वेरी रेज करेगी, ओपनिंग बैलेंस नॉट मैचिंग. तो क्लाइंट बोलेगा तो आपके ऑफिस में ही पूछ लीजिए ना, हमको क्यों क्वेरी रेज कर रहे हो. एंड देन द एक्चुअल वॉर स्टार्ट्स इन आवर ऑफिस कि पुराने इतने ट्रायल बैलेंस है, उसमें फाइनल कौन सा है, इतने बैकअप्स है, फाइनल वाला कौन सा है. एंड वी स्टार्ट डेटा माइनिंग, डेटा डिगिंग. और अगर वो बंदा जिसने लास्ट ईयर का ऑडिट किया है वो छोड़ के चला गया, तब तो गया, कुछ मिलता नहीं है. सो यू कैन इमेजिन, you can feel free to correct me if I am wrong, but this is what I believe happens. And that is why for SMPs I would say, इस साल अगर आप ये हाउसकीपिंग करेंगे ना, it will not take you more than 2 hours, which you might be spending 2 days in the next year's audit. So you look at where the inefficiencies are. We might say standards on audit, yes, but I say the standards on audit, if we implement to the best possible, we bring in a lot of efficiencies with respect to our audits. और वो क्या होता है, वो बंदा छोड़ के चला जाता है. So the audit team next year will sit on my head only कि सर भाई आप इसको रिजॉल्व करिए, ओपनिंग बैलेंस कैसे मैच करना है, मेरा ऑडिट आगे स्टार्ट नहीं होगा. और फिर हम लोग प्रेशर में होते हैं, हम लोग बोलते हैं तू एक बार चालू कर दे, मैं फिर बाद में देखता हूँ. So what I mean, assembly of the final audit file. See, बहुत बार donation receipts soft copy में होती है, वो मेल में ही पड़ी रहती है. So we have to pick that up, put it in a folder of the tax audit where we have, because we have certified that 80G in the tax audit, and therefore it has to be archived, it has to be documented properly. See, दूसरा एक क्या होता है SMEs में, स्पेशली बाद में अगर स्क्रूटिनी आता है, कुछ भी आता है, तो उनके पास से कुछ नहीं मिलता है. वो इमीडिएटली फोन हम लोग को करते हैं, अरे ये भिजवाओ, वो भिजवाओ, आपके पास ही है, हमारे पास नहीं है. हमारे पास नहीं मिलेगा, आपके पास मिलेगा. सी, दैट इज व्हाट द क्लाइंट्स से, एक्सपेक्टेशन. और हम लोग फिर तब बोलते हैं अरे उसका मेल ढूंढो, शायद वो था ऑडिट में उस साल में, क्योंकि ये तो 2-3 साल बाद आता है रिक्वायरमेंट सबका. फिर बोलता है अरे शायद वो था बंदा, उसके ईमेल आईडी में चेक करो कुछ है या नहीं है. Why not do all those things right now? So my request, friends, would be 31st March तक please ensure March 20 के जो भी आपने साइन ऑफ किए हैं उसके फाइनल ट्रायल बैलेंसेस, फाइनल बैकअप्स, व्हाटएवर यू वांट टू रिटेन, बाकी सब हटा दीजिए, क्लाइंट को भेज दीजिए. पेपर्स एक्स्ट्रा है, डिस्ट्रॉय, श्रेड, व्हाटएवर. It will really help you going forward. So though I'm saying it is a compliance of standards on audit, definitely it is also good for us. Retention of audit documentation, 7 years. That is for the auditor, right? वो अभी बजट में इनकम टैक्स एक्ट में अमेंडमेंट आया, वो क्लाइंट के लिए है, एसएससी के लिए है, 3 साल का रीओपनिंग एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स. फॉर अस, under the standards on audit under SQC, the requirement is 7 years from the date of the auditor's report. So it is not year end, it is the date of your report. And in case of consolidated financial statement, it is the group auditor's report. 7 years is your retention period. So on this note, I would also say कि जैसे आपने file numbering का किया है, physical file numberings, you must be having some sequence or something. Please also develop a methodology of numbering the soft copies. PDF files है, Excel files है, Word files है, जो भी है, where you give the client name, the year, the type of audit or whatever it may be, so that in future, because the soft copies में तो इतना हमारा सब data रहता है कि कहाँ पे search करें, it becomes difficult. So I would also request that you should have a particular archiving process, that it becomes easy for you to search and retrieve files. Otherwise, it is incomplete. The exercise is incomplete just by picking out and putting it in some folder, by which वो कभी-कभी तो percentage ये वो कुछ आता है, नाम में कुछ भी आ जाता है. And then if you should ensure that like a documentation, the archiving also should be proper, that it becomes easy. Ownership of audit documentation, definitely it is your property of the firm and not of the client. Communication with those charged with governance. I believe again over here, it is important, extremely important, that we should keep on at least साल में एक बार जब ऑडिट क्लोज होता है तब क्लाइंट से मीटिंग करनी चाहिए. एसएमईज में नॉर्मली क्या होता है, अगेन आई एम सेइंग satisfying a requirement of standards on audit. Now I'll come to practical aspects. SMEs में क्या होता है कि उनके जो प्रोप्राइटर पार्टनर वगैरह जो होते हैं, they are not much concerned about the day-to-day accounting matters and the systems of controls and the practices and all that is followed. उनका बैलेंस शीट साइन हो गया है, उनके बेसिस पे प्रॉफिट और टैक्स आ गया है, ही इज हैप्पी, बराबर है. बट as an auditor, we know where we are investing a lot of time. We know where the processes can be improved. There is so much of digitization happening. We know which client we can suggest, we can advise to adopt some digital mediums. We do audits of so many clients. We do audits of so many clients that we can bring our expertise. कि कहीं एक client में हमने कुछ देखा है as a process, as a practice, and we can definitely suggest to the other clients कि आप ये implement करिए, आपके लिए easy होता है. See, it might be something like a very basic thing, where I would say, जैसे e-invoicing, right? E-invoicing, I'm saying from a GST perspective, I've started. क्या है limit अभी? 100 crores, right? How the way we have seen this government functioning, आपको क्या लगता है 5 करोड़ की लिमिट कब तक आ जाएगी, कितने टाइम में? परफेक्ट, 1 ईयर. हमने क्या किया उसके लिए क्लाइंट्स के? So what I'm saying, this TCWG becomes very, very important. Please ensure. See, बहुत बार क्या होता है, लास्ट मिनट प्रेशर होता है, वो क्लाइंट को हम लोग बुलाते हैं टू कंप्लाई विद दिस स्टैंडर्ड, और लगता है वो 1 घंटा तो मेरा खा जाएगा, और अभी तो उतना टाइम नहीं है. 1 घंटा एक क्लाइंट तो वैसे सब क्लाइंट्स को बुलाएंगे, तो वी वुड नॉट बी एबल टू मीट विद द डेडलाइन. फेयर इनफ. मे बी आफ्टर द ऑडिट इज ओवर, मीट द क्लाइंट, गो टू द क्लाइंट्स प्लेस, यू डिस्कस थिंग्स. भाई इस बार अकाउंटिंग में व्हाट आर द प्रैक्टिसेस, इंप्रूवमेंट्स क्या क्या आपने सजेस्ट किए थे जो हो गए हैं, व्हाट मोर इंप्रूवमेंट्स यू फील. लीगली क्या हो रहा है कि भाई जैसे ये 100 करोड़ का है, 5 करोड़ लग रहा है 1 साल में आ जाएगा, तो व्हाट इज योर प्रिपेयर्डनेस with respect to that, how you can do hands holding with that client to ensure that once this e-invoicing for that client becomes operational, you don't waste a day. Abhi work from home culture chal raha hai, so where the client is required to put up his practices, his systems, firewalls, ya hum log ko access dena ho software ka, so there can be n number of things which we as professionals can definitely discuss and deliberate. तो when this becomes a normal, this becomes a practice, then you can definitely also say कि भाई हमारे फीस बढ़ाना है. हम लोग नॉर्मली क्या करते हैं, वो जैसे प्रोविजन में डाल देते हैं कि बढ़ा दे, 15,000 बढ़ा के डाल दे, एंड देन देयर इज दिस फाइट एंड ऑल गोज ऑन, एंड फिर वो बोलते हैं इधर उधर सेटल. सी ऑल दोस थिंग्स आर पार्ट एंड पार्सल ऑफ आवर प्रैक्टिस. बट आपके ऑडिट रिपोर्ट में कोई क्वालिफिकेशन एम्फोसिस नॉर्मली नहीं होता है. बट व्हाट आर द न्यू रिपोर्टिंग, सी ऑल दीज थिंग्स यू स्पेंड half an hour with the client would feel important. So although it is a required under standards, I am talking of practical aspects where which the client would feel important that चलो every year at least आधा घंटा 1 घंटा आपके साथ पर्सनली मीटिंग हो रही है उसकी, where you tell him कि भाई ये अकाउंटेंट ऐसा ऐसा कर रहा है, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए, आपका इतना डिले है, ये रिटर्न्स लेट फाइल हो रहे हैं, इतनी आईटीसी क्रेडिट यू हैव लॉस्ट. सी नाउ विद द होल थिंग कमिंग कि भाई वो अपलोड होगा सामने वाले का, वेंडर का, उसके बाद ही क्रेडिट मिलेगी. What is the mechanism? See, I am talking about professional opportunities also. Please mark my words. These are opportunities. Don't miss them. What are the systems and practices we have inculcated in our client's system by which he or she is able to identify कि मेरे को ITC credit कितना loss हुआ है because the vendor has not uploaded the return. Have we implemented that system? It might be a change in accounting where you have a, जब परचेज या एक्सपेंस बुक कर रहे हैं, यू माइट पुट अ इंटरिम जीएसटी रिसीवेबल अकाउंट, और आपका जब जब वो क्रेडिट लेने का होता है फ्रॉम रिसीवेबल यू ट्रांसफर टू द एक्चुअल आईटीसी अकाउंट. तो रिसीवेबल में जो बैलेंस है उसका जब स्क्रूटिनी होगा, उसका डिटेलिंग होगा, तब पता चलेगा कि भाई सामने वाले ने ये इतने रिटर्न्स फाइल नहीं किए, दिस इज अ लॉस टू योर क्लाइंट. दैट इज अ वैल्यू एडिशन दैट क्लाइंट वुड लुक फॉरवर्ड टू. तो when you put in mind, see, अगर आप, I'll make it something very simple. If you have a procedure कि भाई मेरे को client को मिलना है, would you go without any thoughts or ideas? क्या discuss करना है? You would never do that. आप बैक ऑफिस में बोलेंगे कि भाई इसका क्या था, निकालो, मेरे को 5 पॉइंट डिस्कस करने, यू फाइंड आउट. वो भी डीप डाइव करेंगे, कुछ 4-5 क्वालिटेटिव पॉइंट्स निकालेंगे और आप जाएंगे क्लाइंट से मिलने. So make it a part of your practice, make it a part of your routine affairs के every client you should meet. If साल में एक बार नहीं होता है तो 2 साल में एक बार तो आपको 100% सभी क्लाइंट से मिलना ही है. You document कि इस दिन हम लोग मिले थे, ये डिस्कस हुआ था, this becomes satisfying the requirement of this particular standards on audit also. Risk of material misstatement. 30 na? Sure. So understanding the entity and its environment. See, here also I would just say have a permanent file. See, first thing we should start is having an audit file, working file every year ki, and a permanent file. The moment you start that, you will start thinking अब ये permanent file भरना है तो इसमें क्या क्या डालना है. And you will start developing, you will start creating documents and standard templates के हर एक client के file में इतना इतना तो होना ही चाहिए. Partnership deeds है, memorandum articles है, उसका registrations है, GST हो, income tax हो, जो भी हो, ये सब papers. See, once you have that culture, you breed that culture कि भाई मेरे को permanent file तो चाहिए ही. Then automatically things will fall into place and you will start creating those documents. कि भाई समझे, वो पार्टनरशिप डीड हम लोग में क्या होता है, कभी भी अमेंडमेंट होता है तो उस साल की वर्किंग फाइल में चला जाता है. And many times when we do the subsequent years audit, we miss out on it. So it's always good to have the permanent file, important contracts, long-term contracts, जो भी है, you can all put in that permanent file. Your balance sheets, your signed financials and all. वो भी क्या होता है, हम लोग की हर साल की वर्किंग फाइल में हम लोग रख देते हैं उसको. And then we are searching around कि ये कहाँ है, क्योंकि वो इनकम टैक्स रिटर्न फाइल करने वाले ने कोई और फाइल में डाल दी होती है. We have to ensure that there is a permanent file. I'll show you another document which we have in our office is we do have permanent files, and this is a permanent file update record. तो वो फाइल जब खोलते हैं तो लेफ्ट साइड में ये पेस्ट हो जाता है, एंड कौन सी डेट पे उसमें वो परमानेंट फाइल में क्या एडिशन हुआ है, डिलीशन, कोई डॉक्यूमेंट निकाला है, कुछ अमेंड हुआ है, एंड देन इट इज प्रिपेयर्ड बाय एंड रिव्यूड बाय. सो व्हेन द सीजन हम लोग की सब साइन ऑफ कंप्लीट होते हैं, इट इज द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ऑफ द रिव्यूअर कि भाई वो हर एक फाइल में चेक करे कि उसके टैक्स ऑडिट फाइनल जो है, साइंड कॉपीज, ऑडिट रिपोर्ट्स है, वो सब जो है परमानेंट फाइल में अपडेट हो गया है कि नहीं. एंड देयर इज अ sequence that we maintain, what are the changes. I would suggest that this is another thing which everybody should implement, is about a permanent file. So when you are into that permanent file, you will have the business, uske kitne locations hai, who are the key persons, what are the activities, what are the products, what are the byproducts. You will have a lot of things, और उसके basis पे भी you will be able to assess about what are the risks of material misstatement, ROMM जो हम लोग typically ROM बोलते हैं, that what are you exposed to as an auditor. Once you have all that documented, you get yourself exposed to this situation कि भाई इसमें क्या क्या risk है, depending on the type of industry. Capital intensive industry है, trader है, तो उसके cash transactions क्या है, कितने हैं, where you need to focus. So in the audit plan also, once you have this documentation and everything, what are the changes that have happened last year, whether there is an addition of a location, addition of a product, or कोई subsidiary company nahi hui hai. So all these things are there by which you are able to assess about what is your risk of material misstatement. Materiality in planning and performing an audit. I think last time also I had shown an Excel file, I had displayed it, that how materiality should be done. It must be done. Again, हम लोग क्या कि भाई vouching चालू कर दे, which I said earlier, and then he goes through whatever he likes, every third voucher, fourth voucher, अभी वो 50 रुपये का भी cash expense होता है, वो भी vouching होता है. Now, looking into the size of that client, whether that 50 rupees is material or it is not material. See, our audit process also now needs to change with the change in the business environment, the change in the volumes. Everybody would appreciate that 10 साल पहले जो client का X volume था, आज today it might have become 20X. But have we changed our audit practices, procedures? So that is where materiality comes into picture. You have to have that materiality matrix. You fix it at the beginning of the year. So right now, you can download that tool from WRC website. Materiality ke your March 20 financials are signed off. So based on March 20, March 19 numbers, you can work out the materiality that would be applicable for each client for March 21 and put it on your file. Starting point, engagement letter, audit plan, APR, materiality limit. And that materiality limit you should keep in mind. You be conservative. अगर उसमें ऐसा आता है कि भाई ये क्लाइंट में 10 लाख की है, आपको कंजर्वेटिव रहना है, आप 5 लाख लिखो materiality. But then you tell your team कि भाई 5 लाख के नीचे का कोई भी वाउचिंग मत करना. So what happens the moment the focus shifts on 5 lakh plus, you are bringing in efficiency. You are actually focusing on transactions which need your focus. Right? So materiality is something which we need to implement. Audit evidence. We have been doing all these things. Inspection would typically mean a vouching, जो हम लोग voucher देखते हैं वगैरह. Observe, physical verification होता है, तो we are there, we observe. External confirmations, I'll talk about that. Recalculation, वो depreciation का working अगर भेजते हैं, तो हम लोग फिर से अपने सब calculate करते हैं to find out कि भाई result same आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है, और whether there are any errors in that. Re-performance, again we do the whole procedure. IFC जैसे होता है कि भाई उनके जो भी controls हैं, we also do a walkthrough. Doing the whole performance again, and we find out. So these are the things which are under audit evidence. Analytical procedure where we do the ratio analysis and all these things. So these are all imbibed in the standard. But very important is that we need to document कि हम लोग कौन सा procedure, कौन सा evidence कब रख रहे हैं, कहाँ रख रहे हैं, और क्या क्या किया है. So we can't have all the purchase vouchers as a audit evidence in our file. But the audit evidence would definitely say कि भाई हमने जो materiality में ऐसे sampling की है, and whatever are our queries, that can always be part of your evidence. External confirmations. Again, here also what we do, अरे proprietor है, अभी कहाँ ये सब लेने जाएगा. सोचते हैं ऐसा. वो भी बोलता है अरे विशाल लास्ट ईयर तो आप मांग नहीं रहे थे, अभी इस साल क्यों, नेक्स्ट साल देखेंगे. But why? We are giving such relaxation to a client for what? And taking the risk on ourselves. क्या वो नहीं ला सकता है बैंक बैलेंस कंफर्मेशन? फिक्स्ड डिपॉजिट्स है तो उसका लियन सर्टिफिकेट, वेदर दे आर ऑल लियन फ्री और लियन मार्क, कैन ही नॉट ब्रिंग इट? He can definitely. We have to insist upon it. और एक बार सी इट्स ऑलवेज दैट कि भाई फर्स्ट टाइम डिफिकल्टी होती है, एक बार हो जाता है फिर आप ही बोलेंगे सर लास्ट ईयर तो दिया था, इस बार भी देना. अभी वो बोल रहे हैं कि लास्ट ईयर नहीं मांगा था, इस साल क्यों मांग रहे हैं, फिर आप बोलेंगे कि लास्ट ईयर दिया था तो इस साल भी देना है। सो गेट स्टार्टेड विथ इट. सो व्हेन वी टॉक ऑफ एक्सटर्नल कंफर्मेशंस, ट्रेड रिसीवेबल्स, ट्रेड पेबल्स, ये सब में हम लोग ऐसा ही करते हैं कि अभी ये छोटा है, उसका भी पार्ट टाइम अकाउंटेंट है, वी स्टार्ट फीलिंग, हैविंग सिंपैथी फॉर हिम, बट विदाउट रियलाइजिंग दैट वी आर एक्सपोजिंग आवर. समझिए कल कहीं पे डिफरेंस हुआ, समझिए वो उसका जो आउटस्टैंडिंग बैलेंस है रिसीवेबल, दैट कंपनी गोज इनटू आईबीसी और देयर इज सम लफड़ा ओवर देयर और सम बैलेंस दैट इज नॉट गेटिंग कंफर्म, देन हु इज टेकिंग द रिस्क? आई एम नॉट सेइंग कि आप जितने कंफर्मेशंस भेजते हैं उतने वापस आने चाहिए, दैट प्रोबेबिलिटी इज आल्सो नॉट देयर, बट एज एन ऑडिटर you have to show me that you have taken the pains as per the requirement of the standards on audit to send for the confirmation. So what can happen is that you can pick up, again I am saying मार्च आ रहा है, आप अभी से स्टार्ट कर दीजिए, बैकअप्स जो भी है मंगवाइए, ट्रेड रिसीवेबल्स है जहां पे लार्ज वॉल्यूम ऑफ ट्रांजैक्शंस है, पुराने आउटस्टैंडिंग्स है, या बिल टू बिल पेमेंट नहीं आ रहे हैं. See, that is another area of fraud I have seen. Lump sum payments होते हैं. It is not a bill to bill knocking off that happens. On account जाते रहते हैं. So there is a chances of teaming and leading happening. Similarly on creditors, कोई पुराना बैलेंस है जिसको हमने पे नहीं किया है. So see all these things आप सिलेक्ट करिए. I appreciate that वो small client है, you have sympathy, but not with a 0%. हैव अ सिंपैथी कि ठीक है उसके 50 रिसीवेबल्स है, मैं 20 को ही कंफर्मेशन भेजूंगा, बट सेंड दैट 20 या 10 को आइडेंटिफाई करके बोलिए कि भाई इतना तो भेजना है. टू थिंग्स वी नीड टू कीप इट इन माइंड that when you are sending for a confirmation, one is that if the client sends that, you should get the confirmation on your table or into your email. It should not be that it is forwarded by the client, because again chances of fraud are there कि अगर वो बैलेंस मिसमैच है, उसको पता है बैलेंस आया है, and he'll put it in his drawer and not send it to you. So he would keep it in his drawer, he will not extend it to you. आपको शेयर नहीं करेगा क्योंकि उसको पता है वो अकाउंट में बैलेंस में लफड़ा है. बट अगर आपको डायरेक्ट आता है, then you can definitely insist upon कि भाई ये रिकंसिलिएशन क्या है, डिफरेंस क्या है, इसका अकाउंटिंग इम्पैक्ट क्या है, आप डालो ढूंढो. Similarly, in email also, you should be marked copy directly by the sender of that confirmation into your mail box. Again, that should not be forwarded, because we all know I can always replace an attachment and forward it. Or I can change the text of the mail and also forward it. So it should come directly into your inbox from the confirming party. और अगर direct नहीं आता है, indirect भी आता है, तो you can again send a mail asking that party to confirm कि ये mail आया है, ये बराबर है कि नहीं. Wherever you have, see, ultimately that auditors knows would come into play, and you feel कि यहाँ पे कुछ doubt है, तो you can always send again a confirmation कि भाई इसको आप फिर से confirm करो. But that is one thing. And second, negative confirmation. See, ये confirmation में क्या होता है, where we say that this is the balance, you kindly confirm. Second होता है where we say that this is the balance, if you do not agree to it, then confirm, which is a negative confirmation. So that negative confirmation, as per the standards on audit, should be avoided. You must ask the confirming party to confirm whether it matches or it does not match. So again, my suggestion would be, as part of आप standards on audit ही ले लो या कुछ भी ले लो, start कर दीजिए इस साल से with the large clients that you have about sending confirmations, getting the bank balance. See, बहुत बार क्या होता है, वो बैंक बैलेंस का वो 31 मार्च का स्टेटमेंट दे देते हैं, अप्रैल का स्टेटमेंट दे देते हैं, बोलते हैं क्लोजिंग ओपनिंग देखिए मैच होता है तो यही बैलेंस है, राइट? But as a part of the audit procedure, we must ask for a balance confirmation as at of 31st of March. कोई lien है, fixed deposits है, जो भी है, you must ask for that. And my request is, please get started. This is something which is very important. Analytical procedures, the ratio analysis, which we typically say, again, this becomes very important part of your audit, and especially you should do the whole, the Excel file रहती है balance sheet की, उसमें you should have the columns of the analytical procedure with the remarks कि ये जो deviation है ये क्यों है और उसके supporting documents क्या है. Salary increases है, especially now with the last year being in lockdown, you would find a lot of analytical mismatches when you look on a year on year. Please, as an auditor, again, I'm saying, don't just let it go कि भाई lockdown था इसलिए ये है. Ensure that it is because of lockdown and it is because of nothing else. Do that analytical procedure properly. Ensure that your remarks are put against it. And it is a, like I said, a ratio analysis that you have to do. And Excel file may kindly document it before you do an overall conclusion. Audit sampling, I think we discussed about materiality and how you should do. There are different methods that the standard says about random, systematic, monetary unit, haphazard selection, all these are there. So whatever suits your firm, that particular client for that year, like I said, audit plan mein, remarks mein aap pehle se hi likh diye that this is the way in which the sampling has to be done. This is the materiality threshold that has to be kept in mind, and then you can start the audit. So that is all about audit sampling. I would not go into much detail. Subsequent events, again here also, especially March 20 to chala gaya, it was about lockdown. March 21 also, I would see that with respect to borrowings, bank borrowings and all, there might be some restructuring, some activities that might have happened post March 21, which you need to take into cognizance, or any other event also. Then definitely you need to put it on record about that subsequent event. So this is going to happen when you do a physical meeting or maybe a virtual meeting, but you interact with the client, where this should be part of your question, that post March till today, the date of signing, has any event occurred? I appreciate that that client would not be technically compatible or of that view that they would be able to tell you कि भाई क्या हुआ है, क्या कि भाई standards की requirements है, whether any. So it's always better that you discuss everything that he feels significant has happened post 31st of March, and then you can decide for yourself that whether it is material or to either make a disclosure or to do an accounting treatment. That you can always decide, but ensure that this forms part of your audit documentation. Going concern, I feel I can skip this right now. You can go to it because this is not much that's going to affect significantly. Written representations. How many of us do take written representations? Don't worry, I won't ask for a raise of hands. I won't. So this is again something which is very, very, very important. आपका स्टार्ट होता है एंगेजमेंट लेटर से, आपका एंड होता है रिटर्न रिप्रेजेंटेशन से. These are the two places where the clients have to sign off. बाकी बीच का जितना भी है वो सब अपना है, documentation requirements and all. So written representation is very, 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 very important. Again, you can have a standard template. I would go a step beyond, suggesting that if March 20 के कोई भी client में आपने written representation नहीं लिया है, start that practice. अभी आप बना लीजिए, get it signed and put it in your file. Keep a target of 31st March for a lot of these things that I am saying. Target नहीं रखेंगे तो नहीं होगा. Mind my words. कि भाई written representation आप एक standard template ले लीजिए. See, most of these standards on audit, in the last they have the appendix where they have given sample engagement letters, standard representation letters. All those things are there. So it is always going to be helpful if you can pick up from that template, modify to suit your requirement. पूरा आप बना के क्लाइंट को मेल करिए, क्लाइंट को बोलिए आपके लेटर हेड पे प्रिंट करके साइन करके आप भेज दीजिए, आपका डॉक्यूमेंटेशन कंप्लीट. वो क्लाइंट पूछेंगे कि क्या करते हैं, ये क्या है, इतना बड़ा बड़ा 8-8 पेज का, 10-10 पेज का. Then see, in most of the cases, once you pick up the phone and tell him, he would sign off. And then that becomes a part of the routine audit procedure that is being followed in your firm. Using the work of another auditor, this would typically be where you have a holding subsidiary and the subsidiary auditors are different than the holding company auditors. So I would skip that presently. Using the work of internal auditors, again, this is a very important standard where you are supposed to, it is advisable that you sit with the internal auditor, with the management, you see what is the scope of internal audit. If the internal auditor is also a fellow chartered accountant, you can discuss even otherwise you can discuss that what are his scope, and you can then see, I have seen cases where internal audit scope is vouching 100%. फिर हम लोग भी जब audit में जाते हैं तो हम लोग करते हैं vouching 50%. Whether then that is required. If you have confidence on the internal auditor and his capabilities and competencies, वो अगर 100% कर रहा है, then I would say I will not do vouching at all. I will do a scrutiny based vouching. That I'll do a ledger scrutiny, और वहां पे जहां पे मेरे को लगेगा वही मैं वाउचर उठाऊंगा, अदरवाइज इंटरनल ऑडिटर ने तो पूरा किया ही है. So I would rely on the internal auditor and his report. Right? So, and at times you can also distribute the scope accordingly. You can tell the internal auditor कि भाई वो statutory payments जो है PF, ESI, because I am a tax auditor, मेरे को वो report करना ही पड़ता है, तो as it is मैं देखता हूँ. So you may not do that. You do some other area. Right? So it is important that you have a meeting with the internal auditor because you have to use his work. Audit report, we are all aware. मेरा सिर्फ एक रिक्वेस्ट है सर कि एक बार आप जो ऑडिट रिपोर्ट साइन कर रहे हैं ना, कल मंडे, आज मत करिएगा, कल थोड़ा एक बार पूरा पढ़ लीजिए कि हम लोग क्या साइन करते हैं, हम लोग क्या अश्योरेंस देते हैं. सो इट्स ऑलवेज इम्पोर्टेंट, एंड यू पिकअप फ्रॉम अ लिस्टेड कंपनी या कोई भी, एंड यू कंपेयर ऑल्सो कि जो स्टैंडर्ड प्रैक्टिस है और हम लोग के ऑफिस में जो फॉलो हो रहा है, वेदर दैट इज व्हाट इज ऑन डिजायर्ड लाइंस, दैट इज व्हाट द स्टैंडर्ड हैज परमिटेड. एंड इफ सी बहुत बार क्या होता है, वो आर्टिकल स्टूडेंट या कोई कुछ भी कुछ चेंज कर देता है, और हम लोग तो इतने सारे बंच होते हैं, लास्ट में साइन करके दे देते हैं, फिर वही कॉपी पेस्ट आगे होते रहता है. राइट? सो इट्स ऑलवेज बेटर टू हैव स्टैंडर्ड टेम्पलेट्स फ्रॉम वेयर इट इज पिक्ड अप एंड यूज्ड. So you can check your format with respect to 3CA, 3CB, your normal audit reports for private companies, listed companies, जो भी है जिसमें कारो applicable है नहीं है, because then that paragraph IFC का रहेगा नहीं रहेगा. You can have those standard templates, design them, put that in file that can be used for the next year. Audit modifications. Again, I believe that we should not shy away from making any additional or drawing attention of the stakeholders as far as the audit report is concerned. The way the digitization and everything is happening at the government level, the mapping of various departments is happening. There are all the possibilities that our audit report would also at one point in time come under the scanner with respect to whatever has been reported. So this is more with respect to a qualification, that when you should give a qualified opinion, when you should give an adverse opinion, and when you should give a disclaimer of opinion. I'll just give you an example कि किसमें क्या होता है terminology. So a qualified opinion is where we give the basis of qualification paragraph एक रहता है, that why you are qualifying, but in that qualifying report or qualifying opinion, qualified opinion, what you say is that everything is true and fair except for whatever you have drawn attention in your basis of qualification paragraph. So सब कुछ सही है, true and fair, everything is fine except this one or two things. That is what is a qualified opinion. Adverse opinion is that it is so significant, जो भी deviation है, that you would say that because of that deviation, the financial statements do not give a true and fair view. That is what is an adverse opinion. And finally, a disclaimer of opinion where you say कि भाई true and fair view है कि नहीं है, मेरे को तो समझ में नहीं आ रहा. And you say that I do not give any opinion whether it is true and fair or it is not true and fair. That is what is a disclaimer of opinion. Emphasis of matter paragraph. This is something which we can use without a qualification, where you have made certain disclosures in the financial statements which are of significance, and therefore as an auditor in the emphasis of matter paragraph, you can say that I have given this disclosure in the notes, so and so, so and so, so and so, and you are drawing attention of the stakeholder in your audit report saying that this, ये note में ये जो लिखा है या ये जो amount है या ये जो भी है, it is of that significance, and you will have to mention that your opinion is not qualified in respect of this matter. That is what is an emphasis of matter paragraph. Again, at WRC, we have worked on this. We have an e-publication with a search engine, which we have put up on the anthology of the key audit matters and other matters. तो वो भी अगर आप सर्च करेंगे तो इंडस्ट्री वाइज कंपनी वाइज आपको काफी मिलेगा कि यू सर्च ऑन एम्फोसिस ऑफ मैटर एंड यू गेट अ लिस्ट कि क्या क्या एम्फोसिस में आ सकता है. It's just an illustrative list that we have done a compilation, but it can be a good referencer for you. And if you relate any such thing with your client, you can definitely put that as a benchmark and do an emphasis of matter. And other matter paragraph in your audit report is something where no disclosure is made in the financial statements. It is not required. But you want to, as an auditor, make certain statements, and then that would come in the other matters paragraph. So I'll give a very simple example. जो CFS, Consolidated Financial Statements के audit report में रहता है other matters में, is that the subsidiary के auditors अलग थे, वो उन्होंने audit किया है जो मैंने लेके certified compilation के time CFS में I have incorporated. So this is an example of what can come in the other matters. So again, this also I would say you can search on that our website, that publication, and it will give you a fair idea about what would come under EOM and OM. But my request is do not shy away from making any disclosures in the emphasis of matter or other matter if it is required. It is definitely going to help you. Auditors response relating to other information. Again, this is on the listed companies. I'll skip that. Specialized areas. So what we have discussed so far on these standards on audit up to the 700 series is about the historical financial statements, जो normal audits में हम लोग सब करते हैं वो. Now under the standards on audit, there are other sections also. So this is the specialized area where again historical financial statements ही है. If you look at SA 800, what it says is audits of financial statements prepared in accordance with special purpose framework. So if I give an example, let us say telecom company, for the purpose of deciding the license fees, the royalties, whatever it is, to the government or to somebody else, they require a special purpose financial statement as in accordance with the guidelines of that particular industry or that contract. Then you cannot have the SA 700 and the reports under that. You have to use SA 800. Those who are having any exposure of the oil and gas industry, the exploration. See, they have these power sharing contracts with the government, production sharing contracts with the government, where they say कि आपका इतना oil निकला है तो आप आपकी cost recovery करिए और उसके बाद जो है वो हम लोग sharing करेंगे. तो उसके लिए the oil company, they need to provide the special purpose financials to the government, which has this production sharing, किसका क्या share आ रहा है and all those things. So for that you use this particular standard. SA 805, special considerations, audit of single financial statements and specific elements, accounts or elements, items of financial statements. So अगर आपको cash flow certify करना है या trade receivables with notes certify करना है, so if they are elements of the financial statement, not the full financial statement, then in such case you have to use SA 805. Engagement to report on summary financial statements. So here also it is historical financial statements, but less detail. So let us say for GST या पुराना जो अपना VAT था कि we have a factory which is in a different state और उसके लिए we have to prepare a separate set of financial statements, उसका PL balance sheet अगर अलग से certify करना है, then we can use SA 810 for our certification and not the normal SA 700 where you are giving a true and fair opinion and giving all those things. So these are specific standards which we need to keep it in mind that when we are certifying. So what I would suggest is आपके जो normal audits होते हैं, company audits जो we use for filing the income tax returns, that would go under the normal series. अगर client आपसे उससे कुछ अलग मांगते हैं, तो please apply breaks. Pick up this book, go to our institute site and see that you are following the right standards on audit and the right report. Because in many cases, you are not allowed to express a true and fair opinion where you have not done that audit. You would just say कि ये मैंने किया है, and you will specifically mention that because of this procedure that I have followed, I do not express an opinion. So please apply breaks. Ask your office भी कि भाई जहाँ पे routine audit नहीं है, कुछ भी certification हो रहा है, check the relevant standard. SRE 2400, 2410, 2410 is typically for a limited review. 2400 is review of historical financial statements. The practitioner is not the auditor. So if I am certifying something where I am not the auditor, the statutory auditor is some other firm of chartered accountants, and I am certifying, like I said, मैं VAT के लिए कर रहा हूँ या income tax के 80IA के लिए या कुछ कर रहा हूँ या R&D के लिए कुछ कर रहा हूँ, whatever it might be, where I am not the statutory auditor and I have to still certify the historical financial statements. It's not a prospective data anything. It is on the historical financial statements. Then SRE 2400 is what I need to do. There are at times even where in case of global companies, they have December end cutoff for the holding company, or unke consolidation ke liye they ask us to certify some financial statements, right, for group reporting purposes. Then we can't give the SA 700 audit report. We have to check, and if we are not the statutory auditors, we are appointed just for group reporting purposes, then what we have to do is we have to follow SRE 2400. Audits or reviews of information which is not historical. So other than historical financial statements or financial information, this is the set of the assurance engagement standards that are there. SAE 3400, prospective financial information, assurance reports on controls as a service organization, compilation of pro forma financial information included in the prospectus. So these are specific standards. Again, each of these standard has the reporting format that they have given by way of appendix, that if you fall in any of these categories, you have to use this standard. Related services, SRS, compilation engagement. So compilation engagement is one thing where you can look into, typically, where the clients ask for a certified true copy of the trial balance. बैलेंस शीट साइन ऑफ नहीं हुआ है, बट उनको बैंक की लिमिट के लिए या किसी के लिए भी दे वांट कि भाई आप ये सर्टिफाई करके दीजिए. Then you can look into this standard 4410 where it talks about the compilation engagement. तो उसका जो ट्रायल बैलेंस है, आपने इसको जो फॉर्मेट है अपना शेड्यूल 3 का है या आपका जो भी फॉर्मेट है, उसमें आपने कंपाइल किया है. यू हैव नॉट डन एन ऑडिट, एंड इट वेरी क्लियरली, इसमें जो फॉर्मेट है रिपोर्ट का, इट वेरी क्लियरली मेंशंस that you have not done an audit, and this is just an compilation engagement that you have done. So you do not express an opinion whether it is true and fair. So this is from my side. I just one more thing before I finally sign off. Friends, this is our institute's publication on Practitioner's Guide to Audit of Small Entities. It is a must read. Especially after our discussion today, I would suggest please go through this. It has some very good and important checklists, formats for, जैसे ये मैं बोल रहा हूँ, model working papers. See, this is a ready-made template आपके पास है कि भाई letter of appointment available in page number of, permanent file है, working file है, manual file है, कहाँ पे है. तो आप जैसे जैसे इसको टिक करते जाएंगे, you will satisfy a lot of the documentation requirement that the standards on audit expects us to do. Checklist, engagement letter, MRL, time budget, planning control. So these are all the things with respect to that. Then you have specimen for profile information about the auditee, where we talked about the risk of material misstatement, where this can play a very important role. So you have the name, the constitution, whether there was any change, nature audit, आपको इसमें क्या करना है, address and place of business, phone, fax, email, PAN, TAN, all those things, excise, service tax, GST, IC, all these things are mentioned. Nature of business, core activity, brief note on the manufacturing process, business process, activities, main product, byproduct, traded, kya hai, raw material, accounting, mercantile cash, method of, so all these things computerized hai, to kaun sa software hai, kya, see, all these things become the important document. Applicability checklist. So it has some very important checklists also. And I feel that you must go through this. आपके ऑफिस में भी आप किसी को डेलीगेट करके बोल सकते हैं कि भाई इसके बेसिस पे whatever suits your office, kindly start preparing the formats and everything, and it will really help you. So I thank everybody for a very patient hearing. If we are having any questions, then I would be more than happy to answer them. So thank you. Over to you, ma'am.